is a fine time to take stock and revise our party and equipment. Back to Cassidus, Arisen. 'Tis a fair notion.
Well sturdy, this place. It'll be easier going searching this area.
I've learned of this area.
Careful! A goblin!
Shadows fall with tools. Stay watchful.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
Monsters are in! I'll strike the fallen! Careful! A goblin!
We have triumphed. Who knows what lies in wait?
Strength in numbers,
Proceed
Arisen.
with caution.
Did it! Monsters are risen! Ready yourself!
Of all kind grow at the tree's feet, like so many verdant children.
Ah, the venerable Arisen returns. Are you come to lead the pawns in a quest to slay the dragon? Those equivocal husks. Will or nill, the Arisen is always drawn to the dragon, as puppets strung in fate's own thread. Many have come before you, eager to stand tall atop the grand capstone of worldly truth that is the dragon. Arrogance. The dragon is ever born anew into the world, and with it too, the Arisen. All Arisen seek out the dragon, but lucky are the few who attain an audience with the beast, while yet they live. Ours is a weak, fragile world, and little within it is more frail than man. In yon encampment they gather up their knights and hired steel. They think to grow their numbers and hunt the dragon. But they shall soon learn their lot will e'er be as prey.
Gives me chills just to think of it. I didn't. I'll make no excuse, cousin. I hid in the well for fear of the dragon. Let me tell you this. You'd be wise to keep your distance from that pit. I was too craven to venture far. And lucky thing, a queer growl echoed back with the sound of water from further in. There's aught down there. Mark my words. I could feel it, I could. You not see me going back down there to find out what? What? You mean to go down there? You're a right hero. Here, if you're set on going, take this with you. It should have some use to it left. I'll not soon forget your bravery, cousin. Pray, just come back alive. Some refuge I chose, eh? 'Tis almost a blessing I was blind with fright. I heard a low growl while I was down there. Had I seen further back? 'Tis too frightful to think on.
I've learned of this area. I feel familiar with this area now. Do you suppose this dried fish keeps long?
I hear it was a soldier what opened the well, for want of a place to hide from the worm. Bah! And now something he saw down there has him in a right panic. I'd thank him to stay his tongue. I've use of that well, and he'll need him calling attention to it. I hear it was a soldier what opened the well, for want of a place to hide from the worm. Bah! And now something he saw down there has him in a right panic. I'd thank him to stay his tongue. I've use of that well, and he'll need him calling attention to it.
It warms my heart to see those who fled the dragon, even now, return. How fares your wound? Does it still trouble you? The chief is worried. He reasons you mean to leave the village. I think much on the wound the dragon gave you. Sometimes when night comes and sleep escapes me, I fear it has changed you somehow. I know it is folly, but I cannot help myself. If ever you do leave the village, I will look upon that wound as the cause. Benita told me of the flowers you gathered for the wounded. You are kind as ever, cuz. Benita told me of the flowers you gathered for the wounded. You are kind as ever, cuz.
First the dragon, then the pawns. The old stories are true. No man can escape once the cycle starts. The dragon arises and pawns soon follow, with a hero to lead them on a campaign of glory. It sounds like a cradle tale, something the minnows like to hear. But that's how Duke Edmund himself got his start in life. Tongues wag with tales of the pawns. Say they come when war is near. Them poor husks are drawn to that encampment like moths to the flame. Have you visited that encampment? Best leave the soldiers to deal with them pawns. Naught but ill comes from the likes of them. I see your mind turn. Wonder why an old man knows the subject of pawns. In truth, I speak little more than rumors of old. Some folks claim to have seen frightful shadows in the wood across from the encampment. I've no word of monsters in that region, least none of a size worth telling. Yet, it's enough to set my mind to worry. Some folks claim to have seen frightful shadows in the wood across from the encampment. I've no word of monsters in that region, least none of a size worth telling. Yet, it's enough to set my mind to worry.
Well, Madeline, this is a fine bit of fortune you've come into. Come to Grand Soren with riches in mind, instead find only cravens cowed by dragon fear. The streets are chaos, my goods ruined or lost.
I focus first on the weakest foes to rid the field of nuisance. Does this please you, Arisen? Understood. I shall ever aim for the weakest in a group, with the aim of quickly shrinking the enemy's numbers. How would you have me respond to your orders? It shall be done. Do you favor a pawn who first targets the weakest prey, or one who first slays ranged attackers. Understood. I shall ever aim for the weakest in a group, with the aim of quickly shrinking the enemy's numbers. Should I have the chance to aid you in times of need, how would you have me voice it? If it pleases you. Do you favor a pawn who first targets the weakest prey, or one who first slays ranged attackers? Understood. I shall ever aim for the weakest in a group, with the aim of quickly shrinking the enemy's numbers. My all is yours to shape, Master. Should I suffer a deadly blow, how shall I voice my anguish? As you wish. Do you favor a pawn who first targets the weakest prey, or one who first slays ranged attackers? Understood. I shall ever aim for the weakest in a group, with the aim of quickly shrinking the enemy's numbers. Should I have the chance to aid you in times of need, how would you have me voice it? Understood. Do you favor a pawn who first targets the weakest prey, or one who first slays ranged attackers? Understood. I shall ever aim for the weakest in a group, with the aim of quickly shrinking the enemy's numbers. I trust we will see many victories together. How shall I celebrate our triumphs? Understood. Should I fall and you see fit to help me, in what manner can I thank you? Understood.
Seems a fair place to rest.
They've wares to sell here.
It will be easier going, searching in this area now.
Oh, I know you. You took up steel and drove the dragon from Cassidus, yes? I heard about that. And of course you know me. I come here now and again to restock my wares. You do recall me, yes? Madeline? Finest peddler in all Grancis? Ravishing beauty of legend and song? Madeline. Well, no matter. I've bigger problems. These are dark days, so terrible as to drive even I to the brink of tears. And yet, just when I need the aid of one both clever and strong, you arrive. Truly, fortune means us to partner together. Don't you agree? Only a fool could mistake the thread of destiny what links us. You will be my savior true, and after me, the world entire. And with that, we must be off. I trust you know of the encampment outside the village. I must travel there with all speed, but the wilds are perilous of late. Would you see me there safely? I yet cannot fathom how you drove that terrible worm from the village. That dragon has ill timing for true. I was near to closing several deals in Grand Soren when it struck. You should pursue a future yourself in the capital, you know. One who can face down a dragon would find no shortage of clients. 'Tis a shame monsters forced the mountain pass what leads there closed. We have the dragon to thank for that as well. I make for the encampment to speak with the guard captain and learn when they will reopen the pass. True, there are other ways to the capital, other paths. But enough idle chatter, we should move. You'll find naught but the finest wares here. You'll find naught but the finest wares here. find naught but the finest wares here.
Dried fish are a local staple.
My kind knows neither death nor rage. 'Tis likely one reason humans shun us. I heal your wounds.
We share these roads with traveling peddlers, guardsmen, and other folk.
Aha, gold! Now there's a fine treat.
The roads are safer than the brush, but still, we'd best stay wary.
Hold a moment. There's art here.
Endeavor to be ever calm in battle. Bide your time, then strike.
Hold a moment. There's art here.
Is safest on the roads.
Perhaps we'll find ore
Aha,
among the cracks
gold.
that litter this place.
Now there's a fine treat.
The Duke could stand to commission some new roads.
Success, and all thanks goes to your fine work. We'd best be inside, don't you think? This may sound untoward, but have you aught in the way of coin? Please, I must make for the capital, but times are dark and my purse light. It's a terrible curse being poor. Times are it takes all I have just to keep the tears back. Will you spare some gold? I would repay you, of course, at some point, most likely. I am so very much in love with you at this moment. A woman's heart is a dangerous creature, but you know well how to tame it. Oft has it been said, a poor life is a happy one. I have never found this to be true. If ever fortune sees you to Grand Soren and me to setting up my shop, you must come visit. I shall even give you a discount. A small one. You'll find naught but the finest wares here. Thank you very much.
I feel more familiar with this quest now.